What's the word, YouTube? It's Big Will. I'm back again. Back with another episode. I report this news here. Get these sex offenders and their shit out there. I don't like that fucking shit, man. If you're a sex offender and I hear about you, I'm exposing you. Some people don't get all the news. I don't get all the news, but the news I get, I'm telling it. Okay? It's Life After Prison. I tell about my life, my stories, my time in prison. And I do reaction videos to prison-related content. I also tell on stories that I see or hear in the news or I read about these terrible crimes, especially these rapists and child molesters. I don't fucking like it. Especially these cops that are killing kids and shit like that. But anyways, this is a story I came across. Teen ordered to pay $150,000 to the family of her rapist. She's flooded with donations. A fundraiser for an Iowa teen. She lives in Polk County. Who was a victim of human trafficking, and she was convicted of killing her rapist, has easily surpassed the $150,000 restitution fee she was ordered to pay the victim's family. As of Friday morning, a GoFundMe account was set up on behalf of Piper Lewis, and nearly $450,000 from people who say they're disgusted by the court-enforced restitution. The judge in the case agreed that he don't think that she should have had to pay her victim, but he claims he had no other choice. The judge said he had no option but to order restitution. The 17-year-old pleaded guilty to voluntary manslaughter and willful injury for killing Zachary Brooks in 2020. According to Lewis, Brooks, who was 37 at the time, repeatedly raped the then 15-year-old in the weeks before his death. She told the court that eventually something in her snapped. In a fit of rage, she stabbed Brooks at least 30 times. During a sentencing hearing Tuesday, Polk County District Judge David M. Porter deferred 2 10-year prison terms, ruling that Lewis's time in juvenile detention was enough time served, and ordered her to 5 years probation. So he didn't have her locked up, but he had to order her to pay victim witness fee to the family. Porter addressed the unfairness of forcing Lewis to provide forcing Lewis to provide monetary compensation to her own abuser's family, saying he had no other option. The restitution is mandatory under Iowa law, and the state is not among those to have established so-called safe harbor laws, which provide varying levels of criminal immunity for trafficking victims. After he raped her himself several times, he put a knife to her throat and forced her into somebody else's house for her to be raped. He was using her as he was trafficking her. The GoFundMe page was launched by Leland Shipper, a former math teacher of Lewis, who described feeling incredibly proud of her. The judge recognized that Piper was a victim and a child. He, like almost everyone who knew the details of Piper's case, empathized with the girl with no violent history before or after this incident, who saw killing a man as the only way out of a truly horrific situation, Shipper wrote in a message to would-be donors. His words and those of Lewis have moved tens of thousands of people who are pouring money into the account. One person wrote, "My donation isn't much, but it's sent with love," wrote Michelle Randall, who gave $5. A man named John Doe gave $20 and added, "Some laws are bad laws and hurt people who shouldn't be hurt any further. We made those laws and it's up to us to fix them. I think you've been very brave. May your life be filled with peace and love, and especially with justice. I don't think she should have to pay the victim. Just like John here says, we as people, we as lawmakers, the founding fathers, the people of this country, we made these laws. And they, laws are made to be changed. They're made to be broken. When they're not just, they got to be broken. There's no honor in this victim. What was she to do? The only way she knows how to defend herself. He's an older man. He's a male. He's stronger than her. He's raping her. He's forcing her into sex situations with other people. Apparently, if she could fight him off physically, she would have done it. She had no other option but to stab him to get out of the situation. Now, maybe some will say, well, she stabbed him 30 times and she went overboard. When your mind snaps from certain things, you'll lose it. As a person, when I get physical and I fight, I snap out. I lose it. I black out. I black out to the point where I see what I'm doing naturally with my eyes, but in my mind, there's no clear picture of what I'm doing. Okay? I'm running on adrenaline. I'm running on action, anxiousness, fear, frustration. All of that plays a part in inside of your mind and your psyche, and you're not sane at the moment. You're not thinking. You're not sitting there saying, "Well, I stabbed him 4 times. Maybe I should stop." No, she's thinking, he's going to get up and take the knife from her and stab her or rape her again. She's not thinking, that's enough. She's not standing there counting 1, 2, 3, 4. No. Like, come on. I applaud the judge for not giving her any time. More than 26 people have donated between $1,000 and $5,000 since Lewis's sentencing hearing. After overwhelming and rapid support, the fundraiser goal has been raised. Shipper initially set the fundraising goal at $150,000, but when it became clear that they would exceed the threshold within the first 24 hours, he raised it and said he would continue accepting donations above $200,000. Excuse me. In an update, Shipper wrote, the funds will be used in the following ways. 1, pay off Piper's $150,000 restitution. 2, pay off the additional $4,000 in restitution to the state. 3, remove financial barriers for Piper in pursuing college, university, or starting her own business. 4, give Piper the financial capacity to explore ways to help other young victims of sex crimes. Lewis addressed the court on Tuesday, reading from a prepared letter. My spirit has been burned, but still glows through the flames, she said. Hear me roar, see me glow, and watch me grow. That was the math teacher leaving a comment after she read the letter in court saying that they helped the young woman to raise funds. And I applaud her. She was there and watched this young girl. This girl had no criminal history. She had no violent outbreaks. Again, people don't realize when they're young and they're kids and they're getting raped, they're not thinking, if I react, I'm going to get in trouble. They're doing it for life or death. Okay, now, just picture, a video I made recently was with a man in Rhode Island who got 30 years of serve, 60 years probation with 30 years suspended sentence, right? Awesome. I don't know what Iowa's law is. If this man wouldn't have been murdered, what would his charge have been, right? But in the meantime, look at the little girl Jessica Lumford, who they made a law after, right? Her perpetrator kidnapped her, raped her, and then buried her alive. Imagine the fear in that little girl's head as she's trying to breathe and she's poking through the plastic bag to breathe. Come on. Do you think this girl should have had to pay restitution to his family? Where's her restitution? Where's her restitution from his family, from him brutally raping her? From him raping her and then giving her to other people to rape. Where's her restitution? She had to serve juvenile time. I think it was 2 years she was in juvenile correction. And then she's got 5 years of probation. She's still on probation. She's got to do community service. For protecting herself. The only way she knew how. By any means necessary. The justice system has to change. We get people who sell drugs who are getting 20-year sentences. 25-year sentences. Look at the story of white boy Rick. He was in jail for years for selling drugs. Years. Over 20 years he was in jail. I think 22 years he spent in prison for selling drugs. And you get people that murder people and are out in 5, 7, 10 years. You get these people that are raping people and are out in 7 years, 5 years. And they're raping people. They're forcing women and children and sometimes men, as in like Jeffrey Dahmer and Gacy, Wayne Gacy, John Wayne Gacy. People like that forcing men and boys and murdering them and raping them. It happens to women, children, men. It happens to everybody. Where's their restitution? This guy's family? It's all right. So we lost a piece of shit. He's gone, but we got $100,000. We got $150,000 from it. Nah, that's not justice. That's not justice. Iowa has to do something to change their law. Let me know what you all think. Hey, if it's your first time here, you like stories like this, that's what I like to do. I like to report on things. Some people don't get all the news, you know. But let me know in the comments below. What do you think? You think she should have had to pay restitution? You think her family should have had to pay her restitution? His family should have had to pay her restitution? I do. Let me know what you all think. Don't forget, like and subscribe. It's your boy Big Will. I'll see you on the next one. Hey, life after prison. What happened? They're all crime prison stories. Let people know, fuck, I better smile my ass up, because I'm going to be in prison. With these fucking weirdos, with these rapists, who are going to look for you. You're going to be a victim. Not all yous. Some of yous will fight it off. But there are people who out there that will be a victim in prison. Out of prison. These people go to jail as rapists. What do you think they're going to do in jail? Give it up? Think I'll give up my crime? Think I'll give up my career of raping people because I'm in prison now? No. They got nothing to lose. Fuck it, they're in prison. They got nothing to lose. I'm already punished. Might as well take that new little white fish that just came in. Male or female. I'm going to prey on the weak one. Continue my thing, and in 10 years, I'll tell the parole board I changed and see if I can get out. No. Rhode Island, sentencing that man for 30 years, 60 years probation to wear a bracelet for the rest of his life. I applaud you. This judge not giving this young lady time, I applaud you. There was other young ladies that have been through this. I will look them up. I'll report the stories on them. There's a couple of them that are serving time for their life for killing their offenders. Are you kidding me? If a man put a knife to me and raped me, and the only way by me to get free was to kill him, you're damn right I'm going to kill him. And anybody would. And nobody has to worry about, oh, I'm going to go to jail for the rest of my life, or I got to be financially burdened for the rest of my life to pay somebody's family for him victimizing me. No, it's not right. Let me know what you all think. It's your boy Big Will. See you on the next one. Hey, it's my time. Peace.